Hi, welcome to this week's color therapy message. So we have 3 cards. So again, because we don't have the camera, please go back and have a look at the start or tune into card 1, 2, or 3 from the start face cover of the video or the YouTube thumbnail. So if you've picked card pile number 1, you are working with carnelian and citrine. So we've got a base and a root chakra, lower chakra energies. This also could cover for solar plexus as well. So I was trying to group them into energy fields. But essentially, if you've picked group number 1, this is really a message for you to pay attention to the physical at the moment. So you may need some physical nurturing. You may need to take care of something on a physical level, or look at if you are putting too much excess into this as well. So we'll get straight into it. If you do want to book a one-on-one session just before Christmas, you better hurry because time is running out until Christmas. But please use discount code Jupiter to save 10% off. So citrine is a really great stone to do with wealth, things in the material plane, or anchoring and bringing in manifestations. With carnelian, it does tend to govern the sexual organs. It also, in the old days, was a stone of manifestation as well. So it's often considered a stone connected to do with Leo energy, as is sometimes citrine. So we have the oracle card being the first one, and this is the card of the poet. So transcribe, envision, write, and recite. So really trying to get those ideas. We see here feathers, which also represent imagination, the messages coming in from spirit realm. So it's time to pull things down into the physical realm. So the other thing that we see is the moth and the eucalyptus, which is interesting. Just before going live, we had a moth just flying around in the background because we are getting on summertime weather here. So this is a really beautiful moth and eucalyptus, which is native to Australia. And we have an ending. So let me know if that resonates for you guys so far. We know eucalyptus is cleansing, it's purifying. We know a moth is also attracted to a flame. So is there something also that you perhaps need to turn the blinders off and look at an ending situation? Have a look at what it is that you're fixated on. And with a moth as well, I know that they're sort of different to butterflies, but they still, we still think about it being that nocturnal butterfly. So it still has those wings of transformation, but it's more connected to the shadow aspect, or doing deeper work in a different way compared to butterflies. So yeah, let me know if that resonates. But I'm going to pick you guys some cards, and I'll just move these number 2 and 3 out the way. So message for color therapy for card pile number 1. So already I would say wearing red, orange, yellow as a little bit of color therapy medicine at the moment, asking if there's any hidden or trapped emotions or blockages that you guys have in those lower chakras, or sometimes looking if you're trying to push from a 3D reality and you're stuck and fixed on trying to move things from the physical. Perhaps it's time to release anything that's perhaps blocked, or even release anything that you're really, stuck or fixated on. So let's have a look for a deeper message. Okay. And let me just, there's a 4th one. We'll feel into these and then we'll flip them over. So I actually feel light language come through for you guys. So it could be that we're trying to pull you up and out of some of those lower energies at the moment, or to shift things, because I keep feeling a bit of a stick on the physical 3D dimensional plane. So this could also be connected to this moth energy. Maybe you need to write something down and release it. And we're also right on, it is the new moon in, oh gosh, what moon is it? I would like to say Sagittarius. It might not be. Let me just see. Let me feel into this, and we'll ring through the light language and then translate. Alusonara to kaele neherta kea yonara. Miasala narata koyala heruto koya nari tikie. Iashala narata kaya yuho to kayala nihartar. Miasola kanea to koya yanaruto koe. So I keep feeling and seeing a translation of pulling your head up and out from root chakra, base, survival kind of mindset. So ask yourself at the moment, am I in fight or flight situation? Because that's what I'm also feeling with this moth. And it's really about trying to regulate your nervous system. So we'll flip these cards over and we can see that in here. So we have the Seven of Cups. This is Scorpio and Venus energy. We also have the card of the Lovers. So a few of you might be in a fight or flight situation or feeling like you're trying to regulate your nervous system, perhaps even in a relationship or some kind of connection. Might not be, it might be connected to do with work. We are currently going through a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius as well. There is a lot of tension in relationships astrologically at the moment as well. So we see here, well, sometimes when we put too much energy in certain areas of the body, we don't tend to replenish or we don't tend to purify. So we know with Scorpio, this is like being stuck almost in the slime or stuck in this swampy type energy. We also see an Eight of Wands. So perhaps you might feel circling around, going, through the same thing, same pattern over and over again. So we do have a Mercury and Sagittarius. So we were talking about Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So we have the card come up to represent perhaps that you guys are having a little bit of challenge with this at the moment. So I definitely would tune in, see if you need to utilize some of these beautiful color therapy crystals that we talked about with the carnelian orange and also this beautiful citrine yellow. So you might need to pull your energy up out of root chakra, focus on your solar plexus, bring back your personal power, your strength, because some of you might be dealing with someone who is a little bit magnetic or perhaps maybe they're not holding up to the promises. And this is why we've got this cyclical thing happening. So make sure that people's actions are matching their words, because I do feel at the moment there's some kind of pattern or cycle that you guys are needing to break because it's not doing anyone any good. So let me just see here. I've got the Greek Mythios deck. Make sure I've got the whole deck. I feel a little bit of throat chakra, a little bit hard for some of you to speak up in this situation as well. So let's have a look. Words of advice for you guys. So we have the Knight of Coins, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So this sometimes will represent a little bit of effort being put in. And with the Seven of Wands, it is a card of futility. So it could be, a little bit of effort put in, things change for a little bit, and then we see it's almost like conflict and things happening again. So it's almost like you're having to fight to hold this valor energy, as the word connected with the card. It also is a Leo and Mars kind of like warring type energy, and a Five of Wands, which is the card of strife. So be aware of patterns is what I would say as overall advice. I will just also get a veil card for you guys. And the veil card is the leap. Ecstasy, bliss, belief. So perhaps for some of you, there might be a whole brand new life or a whole brand new area for you guys that are tuned in. I just realized I've got some other cards mixed up in a pile. So yeah, maybe it's time for that leap of faith, because we also had the ending card too. So that is the message that I have for you guys this week. Hope that resonates. Please let me know in the chat below if that makes sense or it's something that you're going through. You can even just drop us a little purple emoji. Okay. And remember to use the discount code Jupiter to book and save 10% off. If there's things you want to ask me in a one-on-one private session, I would love to help you guys as well. So if you picked card pile number 2, we have this prehnite crystal and also a bit of blue agate. So with this is about past life stuff with prehnite crystals, and it's also heart chakra energy too. With the blue one, with the agate, it's also connected to do with your throat chakra. So we've got heart and throat being about the dominant energies in this. So we know that blue is connected to do with healing, to do with communication. Heart is more of an emotional green type color energy. But because we also picked prehnite crystal, this is also looking into like past situations, past lives, and how they might be influencing or perhaps like dominating at the moment. So let me flip this first card for you guys. We have the card of Divine, which is such a pretty card. Collaborate, connect, stabilize, and personify. And we see this like walking through this dimensional doorway. We also see the flower of life in the sky or in the heavens in this rainbow crystalline energy. So it might be time to connect in with the divine, connect in with receiving higher wisdom, receiving higher communication and heart energies and connection. And we have the card of guardianship, the wolf and the rose hip. So with this, we know the wolves are quite switched on, they're quite hyper aware of their surroundings. They do tend to work more in sort of like groups. So it also could be about coming together with like-minded community, also tapped into those that are, authentic in heart energy, like our beautiful soul tribe. With the rose hip too, we know that rose hip is high in vitamin C. It's also really good for pregnancy. But yeah, with this vitamin C, it's also really high in natural antioxidants, so great for anti-aging too. So let me know if any of that resonates. With the wolf as well, when we look to some of the animals, it's not just to look to the physical animals. Spirit's guiding me to the fairy tales and things. So it's to watch out for a wolf in sheep's clothing. I would say this is to have like your own guardianship. So not to wait for someone to like save or rescue or anything like that. This is to be kind of your own guardian, or to be around those that are also protective of you or your pack. So let us have a look at a deeper meaning to do with the color therapy. And I'm just getting told to flip these straight over, so we will. We have the Eight of Swords, interference. We then have the healing card, Knight of Disc, and the community card, Ten of Disc. So it does seem that this is perhaps to help you this period of time to overcome where you've self-sabotaged. So an Eight of Swords can represent our own mind prison. It's Gemini energy with Jupiter. So there's a lot that's causing you to stretch and grow at the moment. This is also about seeing your own beautiful heart and seeing what it is that you bring to the table. And look at it when you realize it. We have this beautiful full heart chakra activation energy. We know Four of Swords is meditation. It's a card of healing. It's Jupiter. It's Libra energy, balance. But with this, we see this beautiful electricity and alignment, and it is the card of truth. So sometimes there's situations where we try to change and shift things, or we can't see outside of the box, and it's time to make a new decision or make a new movement. So sometimes the truth energy is a surrender and release, or asking for like a higher solution to come in from outside or from source. So we then have moving towards a new community, or moving towards groups and things. So a Knight of Disc can also represent sometimes where it's taken a long time to do that. I would definitely say if you've been thinking about whether it's joining a class, joining a group, or going in like learning about healing, or even if you want to enroll in my amazing aura course, things like this where we have an incredible community, it looks like that there's going to be more kind of, like-minded hearts and souls. Let me just get some little clarifiers for this. Six of Coins is the card of success. This is Taurus and Moon energy. Two of Swords, the card of peace, and the Four of Swords. So I would definitely say that this is you guys coming into your healing era, especially with this beautiful green heart chakra energy. We also have a Page of Wands and a Page of Coins. So this is definitely about you learning some new gifts and skills, and then starting to take that out on the world and starting to play with that a little bit. So a beautiful message for you guys, but make time to meditate, tap into your heart, tap into your throat. You can even use these crystals, placing them over the different throat chakra and heart chakra areas. And for those of you wanting to go in depth or ask private questions, you can book a one-on-one session using discount code Jupiter to save 10%. So let me get to the third card, which we have Solidite crystal, which is this beautiful blue one. It looks a little bit like lapis, but has tiny little flickers of the white more prominent, and amethyst. So with this, it's connected also more to your upper chakras, third eye and crown chakra. So this is really about you guys paying attention to your guidance, your intuition coming through, making sure that like your third eye is also working. We have the card of the sage. So this is actually perfect. And I haven't checked what these were before. I just popped the crystals on top when Spirit helped me select them. So sage, it says advise, acquire, invest, and accumulate. So we know the stories of the wide sages. This almost looks like a little veil or perhaps a little test walking across this bridge. And we see that there's also looks almost to be like a Caesar type coin in the background. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the new Gladiator movie. It's actually really good. But yeah, we see here also immersing yourself in nature. I feel like this is like a hidden realm. So I do feel that this is for you guys to perhaps get a little bit of meditative type energy with these beautiful color therapy crystals this week. Maybe even perhaps looking at the meaning of solidite. You could even interchange it and work with lapis. And also this beautiful amethyst, which is a really good one to help activate third eye. So the animal card, which I've had a few of these land on me lately, and family has been having them too. So the ladybug and sweet pea, the card of happiness. So for you guys, this is actually a really beautiful message for you to like tap into your wisdom, tap into like your sense of joy, your happiness. Let us get some cards for you guys. I feel like you've been putting in the work and now it's time to have a little bit of respite and a little bit of a retreat. I do feel to pat yourselves on the back, like a good hard, what is it? Good job. Well done is the type of energy. So what we see here is you've overcome different things. So you've learned how to overcome Five of Cups energy, obstacles. You've actually learned people's energy that pulls you down. So you've learned to be able to, how would I say, rise above this kind of energy. This is also fear, and it's Scorpio Mars energy. So it's knowing like when you can get pulled into war, when you can get pulled into feeling stuck or trapped, to meditate and to pull yourself out of it. We then have the card of the sun. So you're able to focus on happier days. You're able to focus on inner child energy. And again, with the butterfly type wings, I know group number one, we had the moth energy. So with this really is a little bit of like having done the pre-work in other lifetimes as well. This is also about you guys now going out, being a beacon of light. So this is also what this little Hebrew letter means. So this is about you going, shining your light out into the world. This is also about you up leveling. So Queen of Disc, for me, she represents where she sort of sits back and she puts out into the 5D what it is that she wants, and she trusts that it's coming into the physical. So we see that here with the Merkaba inside of the wand, which is the cube. So it's kind of the 5D crystallizes and brings something into the 3D reality. And then we have the 5 of Wands. So I do feel like that there is sort of standing in your power, and then a little bit of a test again. So this is Saturn and Leo. So it might be when you're working to overcome, or you're starting to realize things like this, that it's almost like there's a shift or an adjustment. I would say look out for any kind of, how would I say, roadblock that comes up. So say, for example, if you're planning to set up, whether it's like a new, exercise regime, or whether you're setting up a new meditation schedule, or things like that, have a look out for the distraction that comes along the way for you on your spiritual path, is a little bit of the message I'm getting. Because I feel like this is about you stepping up into your element, and you're fully capable of it. Yeah, we've got the Strength card, 5 of Wands again. So when you're starting to like get your strength back, you're starting to, because sometimes the Strength card also is similar to 8 of Wands, which is like where we're fighting things off, or Sagittarius and Sun and Moon energy in my other deck. So with that, sometimes it takes a lot more for us to overcome things. Now, remember, we've got Mercury retrograde and Sag at the moment. The other one we have is 2 of Wands, the card of Dominion, and Ace of Swords. So you might actually have to have some words to people that are meddling, or almost like energetically trying to trip you up. And sometimes it might just be people and patterns in their old ways and things, but it's for you to recognize and break away from that, because I feel like time and time again you get set off track. So Ace of Swords, this is be open to new divine inspiration, new ideas. Now, What's interesting is you actually see in this particular card, and I've never noticed this before, it's the card of chaos. So watching out for any kind of chaotic energy trying to grab at you or take you off your beautiful journey that is more connected with the higher chakras. So let me just get a veil card for you guys as well. Oh, that was the one I had before. I feel like I just took it from the same spot. Let me just grab another one. And we have Mountain Goddess, high vibration, mindfulness, power of the mind. So perhaps seeing things as a test. So it might be that you actually have to take yourself out into nature, switch your phone off so there's no distractions, perhaps leave a little note. Oh, and I can see Myra. I better let her inside. All right. Well, I love you guys. I hope that it resonated for you. Please let me know if you picked card pile 1, 2, or 3. And I'm just sending you so much love. And I just also want to say I'm super, super proud of all of our amazing soul tribe. You guys are doing so well in the aura course. I'm so proud of you seeing energy, seeing auras, and your participation in the lives has been incredible. So yeah, if you want to book a session before Christmas, please use discount code Jupiter. And I will see you shortly. Have a wonderful week.